Walk away from the lies of your country being a zoo. A zoo is much better. Walk away from the lies of Nigeria being a jungle. That flatters you. If Nigeria must become, it will be because you walked away from the idiocies that have assured that you are divided. And those who benefit from this madness are as united as they have ever been. They are as united as you would ever see Nigerian politicians. I told you, do not die in their war. Yeah, their wars are practically done. It's our war that is about to start. And the sooner you recognize your fellow victims and stop the idiocies and madness of the bigotries that have divided all of you and rendered you incapable of fighting for yourselves. Recognize the commonalities of the afflictions of each and every one of the people you are daily assailing and fighting when you should have been facing your true enemies. I've said all that I need to say on this subject, but I'll call you to action once again as I have done, because I'm not just about railing. I'm not interested in railing. I'm interested in seeing a Nigeria that changes. Change in Nigeria means revolution, because there is nothing salvageable about the system as it is. But that revolution becomes more and more difficult to achieve every day because you've embraced hatred instead of embracing the reality of where you are. The easiest and most peaceful pathway to that revolution is for you to get involved in the electoral process, because outside of that, the only game left in town are your guns. But I'm not saying get involved in this present fraud. I've told you times without number. Get involved by demanding that the electoral process be taken away from thieves and crooks, so that the likes of Yakubu will not come in the middle of the night in 2027 to be telling you to go to court, because the court they are telling you to go to is already an accomplice in the evil that has overtaken the land. Randy Peter is doing a fantastic job, and shame on all of you who have not found the grace to amplify the work that young man is doing. He will probably be the one, if you follow him, if you amplify his word, that will save you from having to carry guns in due course. Because what is obvious is that this cannot continue. Something has to give somewhere. It cannot be that the cost for repairing a bridge, the Third Mainland Bridge as announced by Umahi, is probably enough to build a brand new one with some change left over. It cannot be, and then all of you will just keep quiet, and then we'll just move on and be waiting for 2027. That is not the action of conscious people, and certainly animals will not allow that in the jungle. So you are not a jungle. It is not possible that you continue to sit down, because you sat down and you did nothing about the Calabar Coastal Road. They've moved it a notch further. Now they are telling you they want to spend all that money to repair Third Mainland. How many times do they repair Third Mainland, for heaven's sake? And then Keyamo is telling you it requires 702 billion to renovate Muritala Mohammed. How much would it take to build a brand new one? And you are all quiet. Instead of focusing on that, you are busy abusing his Igbo, his Omo Igbo, his Yoruba, all kind of idiocy comes out of your mouth constantly, instead of focusing on the issues that should concern you. I have said enough for one day. More than half a word has been said today. Your capacity to hear is another ball game entirely. But I go to my bed at night, sleeping well in the knowledge that history will absolve me. I've done my bit. I did not keep quiet when it was more convenient to be quiet. You need to get off your lazy asses and do something about your situation, or your children will inherit the slavery that is already around your neck. Oh yeah, this is the part where I say goodbye to you. I'll be looking forward to seeing you next week. Oh, if I say Nigeria is not a jungle, and I say Nigeria is not a zoo, what then is Nigeria? Increasingly, I have come to the conclusion that Nigeria can only be likened to an evil forest. It's a place where abnormalities have been normalized, where the people have stopped being shocked, where the government has stopped being bothered by public opinion, where the norms of the society has collapsed. That is what we've become, an evil forest. Anything goes, a place of perversion and impunity. But it doesn't have to be like this, and it shouldn't be. In being the way we are failing an entire race. We, Nigerians, we are failing an entire race by our refusal to find common purpose and save ourselves. What shall be said of you by the time you are in the way?